there's 2 minutes left in this session.
We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at the unique figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with average speeds approaching 136 miles per hour. DRS will be available, of course, into the potential passing opportunity at turn 1, although the best place for overtaking will be through 130R and into the final chicane. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about red. As ever, the threat of unreliability is never far away, and indeed they'll be starting out of position today due to a power unit component change. So it's going to be a difficult task to move forward from there.
Everyone has to deal with penalties or reliability issues from time to time throughout their career. You just have to suck up the pain and get on with the job at hand. Today isn't about performing a miracle to put the car back where it should be. It's about effective damage limitation.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Weber, Max Verstappen and Perez, Vettel, Sainz, Russell and Kimi Raikkonen, Norris, Gasly, Devon Butler and Kvyat, Albon, Magnussen, Robert Kubica and Lance Stroll. Ricciardo, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And red. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
our teammate by 3.7 seconds. Go, go, go. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Nice work, that brings you up. Green flag. Okay, good work. Great pass. That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ant. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
I have to give it to Red. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern-day Formula One.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
To go. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1 minute 24.8.
And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Now, I want to talk to you about Valtteri Bottas. They need third or better to ensure they stay in contention for the championship. Outside of that, well, their fate is no longer in their hands.
The key now will be to keep in the right mindset. We've seen time and again that things go wrong if you just try and do the minimum. Not necessarily because of the pressure, but because it's different to your usual approach. They'll need to avoid that and stay focused today.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Lucas Faber and Russell, Butler, Perez, Kvyat and Carlos Sainz. Red, Kubica, Max Verstappen. They've taken a grid penalty. And Magnussen, Norris, Ricciardo, Lance Stroll and Kimi Raikkonen. Albon and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. And now it's time to head down to the track.
through the gears earlier. They think it'll save fuel. You'll be on the mediums. Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap. Go now. On the delta, we need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. Exit now. Carlos is in the pits. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the... Okay, clear. We're leading our teammate by 2.0 seconds. We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Top 10 now. Keep it up. Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you pulled through. Thank you.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Here come our winners now. A thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I'll probably go for Pierre Gasly. The team did a good job with the strategy to put him in amongst the pack, but it's the driver's job to capitalise on those opportunities, and he did so with a lot of skill.
Let's move on to the Constructors. It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action.